We're now joined by Yuya Wakamatsu, who will be challenging Adriano Moraes for the belt. Yuya, we're going to go to our first media question, which comes from Dylan Bowker of Sports Keeda. You're up, Dylan.
Appreciate you taking my call. I'm just kind of curious because I saw the recent Instagram post working with Hiromasa Ogikubo. I'm kind of wondering if you could speak to the work he was able to get with him.
そうですね。まあ、あれはただ単に出稽古行っただけなんで、まあ、日本のトップファイターと、まあ、練習した、ただそれだけですね。はい。
Just visiting the practice training. I just tried to practice with the Japanese top fighter. This is my intention, just to practice with the Japanese top fighter.
And also the past, competitive interaction with Demetrius Johnson was mentioned. Like, what are his thoughts on the DJ versus Rod Tang mixed rules fight taking place at this event?
まあ、あれは別にお祭りだと思ってるんで、まあなんかファン目線のエキシビジョンだなって思ってます、僕は。
That is just like a festival, and that is just what exhibition match for him. Like it doesn't think this is like some professional bar. That's for entertainment.
And just lastly from me, getting ready to take on the most accomplished flyweight in company history. Like, what would a title winning effort over Moraes mean to Yuya?
まあ僕の中ではまあ世界最強のフライ級はワンだと思ってるんで、まあその世界で一番フライのこの 61.2 で一番強いっていう意味合いをもたらしますね。はい。
So obviously, I will be the number one in the world because he believes that flyweight division in one championship is the highest level in the world within the entire organization. So if he gets this win, he will be the number one in the world. That's it.
Yuya, can I just ask you about Sexyama versus Shinya Aoki? It's a massive fight in Japanese MMA history. How do you see that one going?
いや、まあ純粋にまあ楽しみだと思うんですけど、まあそれ以外に言葉はないんですけど、まあとりあえず今はそんなことよりも自分のことに集中してますね。はい。
Yeah, simply it's exciting fight and there is nothing to say because I am really focusing on my fight.
Okay, thank you. Next, we're going to go to Ivan Saldacano from Dugout Philippines. Ivan, you're up.
All right, thank you very much, Andrew. So good evening there, Yuya. So my question is, assuming you beat Adriano for a title, we all know the flyweight division is still stacked. We still have the Yuyas, of course, DJ as well. Are you looking forward to a possible rematch with either of them in your first title defense?
まあそうですね。カイラット・アクメトフ選手とやってみたい。あれは強いんで相当。とりあえずふさわしい相手はそいつじゃないですかね。はい。
So if I win this title, I want to defend my belt against Kailat Akhmetov because I think he is the strongest in this flyweight division after me.
All right, just a quick follow-up. Why Kairat and not the likes of King God, Verstappio, McLaren? What's with Kairat Akhmetov that you really want to fight him next?
まあ純粋にまあ一番今キンガドにも勝ってるし、ジェヘにも勝ってるし、マクラーレンにもそのまあ上げた3人に勝ってるんで、まあ僕しかもやってないんでやりたいですね。はい。
ありがとうございます。The reason is really simple because Kailat Akhmetov won against all three, Danny Kinga, Jehe Eustachio, and Liz McLaren. And also, I have never fought against Kailat Akhmetov. That's why I really want to fight against Kailat. That's all.
All right, just one last question. Assuming you missed out on a title, you still want to fight you still want to fight Kairat even in a non-title fight?
まあ、でもタイトル取れない弱い自分は、その権利はないんで、防衛戦の相手としてやりたいですね、一番はやっぱり。
Yeah, I don't think I will deserve to get Kailat Akhmetov for non-title bout because if I lose this title match, that means I'm not strong enough to fight. That's his answer.
Okay, arigatou gozaimasu.
Next, we have a text question that comes through from Luisa Morales, who asks, Adriano Moraes has said in past interviews that you have been winning ugly. What's your response to that?
いや、お前もだろ。それだけです。
That's simple. That's you too. Not only me, you too.
でも、
Mm.
1回だけだろ、KO はって言っててください。
He wants to say Adriano only got one knockout win. So,
All right. We move along to Andrew Mack now of MMA Island. Andrew, please ask your question.
Hi, Yuya. So,
Hi.
as we know, you broke your arm against Hu Young. I was wondering how that healing process has been and if your arm's still bothering you or if you've made a complete recovery.
もう、ノープロブレムで、もう、逆に強くなりましたね。なんか折れて。はい。
ありがとうございます。It's no problem, 100% recovered, and then I became stronger because I broke my fist, and I'm stronger now.
All right. Thank you, Yuya.
Thank you.
Yuya, we know all about your incredibly powerful hands, but you've shown the strength of your grappling recently. How comfortable are you on the ground with Adriano?
いや、まあ、MMA のグラウンドテクニックじゃない、グラップリングだったら、まあ、僕の方が強いと思うし、なんか、はい。多分何もできないんじゃないですかね。はい。
I think grappling technique, ground technique in MMA, this sport, I have better skill than Adriano. I think Adriano cannot do anything to me.
Okay, thank you. We're going to go across to our friend Nick Atkin now of SCMP MMA. Nick, your mic is open.
Hey, you've looked like a bit like a new man since your loss to Demetrius Johnson. I think it's winning 5 fights in a row. What's changed? Did you learn something significant after that defeat?
まあ、子供が生まれたし、価値観とか、そうですね、価値観がすべて変わりましたね、全く。子供が生まれたことによって。はい。
ありがとうございます。So one thing, I got baby and I have a family. So the reason why I'm fighting is totally different from the past. That's the reason.
And has the US $50,000 performance bonus, does that give you extra motivation maybe to knock out Adriano before the final bell?
いや、もちろんですね、はい。もう、1ラウンドで沈めに行こうと思います。
Yeah, 100%. I want to finish Adriano in first round.
And do you think you're a better striker than Adriano? How do you think your striking compares with him?
まあ、ストライキングも上ですけど、まあ、ほとんど上回ってると思いますね。
I believe that I have better skill than Adriano for all the techniques, not only in striking.
All right, thank you, Yuya. Good luck for the fight.
Thank you.
Thank you, Nick. Our next question comes in via text from Panupong Thairat of Thailand Media. Adriano seemed to have laughed off your KO declaration. Does this kind of attitude from him make you want to give him a straight up beating?
そうですね、KO をして、さらにそいつを KO するっていう最高のストーリーができたなって思います。感謝してます。
I really appreciate Adriano Moraes that he knocked out DJ, because if I knock out Adriano, that means I will be better than DJ and Adriano. So I really appreciate Adriano.
Next up, we have another text question. This one comes from Ivan of Dugout Philippines. He asks, what did Yuya do during his rehab? And how was he able to regain his strength again?
まあ、左ジャブ、まあ、左の攻撃と、あとはまあ、膝、肘、蹴り、まあ、全体的に、あとはカーディオですかね。心肺機能とかをアップしてきました。
So I just didn't use my right hand. I just trained with a left hand. So do striking with left hand and elbow and knee and kicks and also cardio training.
Okay, thank you. I wanted to ask about the $50,000 bonus. A guy like you with the kind of knockout power you have, does that give you added motivation?
なんていうんですか。気持ちでもう、ぶち倒してやろうと思います。1ラウンドから。
I will finish Adriano from the first round and I will put 120% of my power in the fight. That motivate, yeah, the bonus motivate me.
There was an interesting conversation on the show between the analysts. Mitch Chilson was talking to Mitch and I believe Chatri about how powerful you are. They're talking about you and they're talking about Rodtang. Does anyone hit as hard, pound for pound, than Yuya Wakamatsu?
いやー、いないっすね。多分、爆発力が一番強いのは、多分、僕より強いのはいないですね。絶対。はい。ロッタンより僕の方が強いと思いますよ、パンチ。一発のパンチは。はい。
Yeah, I don't think none fighter has a stronger or powerful striking than me. I have more power than Lotan as well.
We can't wait to see you unleash it on the 26th. It's good to see you, Yuya. Do you have a final message for the Japanese fans and for the fans watching around the world?
まあ、そうですね。世界中のファンにはそうですね。侍とはこいつだっていう試合を見せたいんで、ぜひ僕が勝ったら、もう注目してください。はい。
ありがとうございます。So
はい。
I will showcase to all fun in all over the world that what is the samurai. And then, yeah, I want you to enjoy my fight and keep supporting me, even though I lose or win this belt. That's all.
Well, a Yuya Wakamatsu fight is always must-see TV. We cannot wait to see you in action. Thank you for joining us.